get much closer to my heart than Firehouse Fridays. I was on my fire department in Newington for a couple of years. Newington Fire Department Company 2, guys. I know you're coming in to see us soon. But today, it's all about who we've got here in the kitchen with us today. The guys from New London are here. The New London Fire Department, they're going to help us raise awareness and funds for the Connecticut Burn Center at Bridgeport Hospital. It's an ongoing program. Right now, joining me are Tim Jeffrey and Rod Ventura. Hi, Rod. How are you?
Good, Steve.
Tim, nice to see you.
What's up, buddy? All
right, this is pretty cool. Tell us a little bit about in New London. I understand that you actually have a kind of like an ongoing fund for burn situations. Tell us a little bit about the fund.
Yeah, the ongoing fund is going to be for it's a 2-year campaign that the membership has signed up to do. The membership in the New London Fire Department, and it's where they take a certain amount of money out of their paycheck, payroll deducted. And that 100% is going right to the burn center.
Right to the Connecticut Burn Center at Bridgeport Hospital. This is an ongoing campaign right out of your payroll deduction for 2 years. And you're also trying to get other firehouses down in eastern Connecticut involved in this.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be visiting other firehouses in southeastern Connecticut, and hopefully, they jump on board with it.
Okay, so how much have you raised for the Connecticut Burn Center at Bridgeport Hospital so far?
So far, we raised close to $8,000.
That is fantastic. All right, and I saw you slipping them a check earlier today. How much was that for?
$1,000.
$1,000. Always bringing cash with you.
Always bringing cash.
I love that. All right. So, Rod, what are you going to be making here in the kitchen?
Well,
I understand you got the reputation here.
Chicken adobo.
Chicken
adobo.
Now, what does adobo mean?
Adobo is just a seasoning that I learned from my mom. Back then, Verna Ventura, and
this is something
one of the guys' favorites.
And you brought your mom's recipe to the fire department. Does this guy generally do a pretty good job there?
Yeah.
Good. You're smiling a lot. Have you put on much weight since you started having it?
Yeah, I was 120 pounds when I got hired.
120 pounds when you got hired. All right. Well, go ahead, get cooking there, and I'm going to kind of observe. Just tell us Just tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Okay, what I'm doing is this is a medium heat. Maybe I should crank it up right now.
Yeah, crank it up.
Yeah,
it's all right if there's a fire. We'll take care of it.
I would say a tablespoon of olive oil.
Yeah.
And put some little onions in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's working.
Nice. Okay, that's hot.
And some ginger.
Okay.
Grab me one of those bay leaves.
Hey, no, you don't. You grab.
Okay.
Bay leaf.
A little bay leaves, a little peppercorn, pepper, a little bit of salt.
Yeah. How much salt is that about?
Just sprinkle it. I would say
a sprinkle.
A sprinkle. Not too much salt.
Measurements are pretty exact, Rod.
A little bit of garlic.
Does he do a lot of other cool things down there? Make a lot of other stuff in the kitchen for you?
Yeah.
And what happens if all of a sudden you have a fire and you're in the middle of something like this? What do you do, Rod, when that happens?
What we do is turn everything off.
Yeah.
And send it in the oven.
Notice how he said,
on low.
Turn everything off in the oven on low and go take care of somebody else's problem.
Yeah.
All right, if you would, tell us a little bit about some of the events that you have coming up down there. I understand you're doing fundraising all year long, and you do a lot more than just the Connecticut Burn Center is great what you're doing for them, but you also help other people in the community that have been victims of fires. Tell us about what you've done.
Right now, we're currently working with a family who out of Norwich.
Yeah.
The son was critically burned in a house fire. So we've been able to assist the mother for a couple months now in a hotel.
Yeah.
Right down in Bridgeport, so she could be there,
So she's by the hotel while her son is recuperating after the burns.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, her husband just passed away.
Oh, boy.
So what she's done in lieu of donations is to our burn foundation.
Yeah.
And we're in turn going to take all the donations we get from that and send it right over to the burn center.
So you guys are constantly almost in fundraising mode, helping out your own community as well as helping out the burn center at Bridgeport House.
Yeah, this burn center is so amazing, and whether a civilian gets burned or a fireman gets burned, once this suite is done, our foundation can do so much more, instead of lodging and everything like that. We can make sure the family's actually taken care of,
All right. Now, hold on. What did you just throw in?
Oh, what I did was I just added some vinegar. I would save half a teaspoon, and the chicken wings.
Ooh, it looks like good chicken wings. I got a feeling this is going to be a little bit spicy here.
Yeah.
All right, now, so what are some of the different fundraisers that you're doing throughout the year? I understand you always got events going on down there in New London.
Yeah, every year we do a bowling tournament. We have a couple of, we have a tip of fireman night at Stash's Cafe.
Okay.
That's going to be in August.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do another restaurant type thing, the Pub on Bank Street in New London. The owner of that actually donates all the food and hires like a band. and 100% of the proceeds from that are going right to the burn center.
And nobody knows how to throw a party like the firemen.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you get involved with you guys are such wonderful heroes, but with such huge hearts, and you never stop giving back. And nobody ever gets to see the other side of the fire business, which is what I used to see. After these guys are out there risking life and limb, not only do they do all that to save your home and everything else, you ought to see how much work's involved with packing up the truck, cleaning it off, cleaning the hoses, doing all the work behind the scenes that people don't see.
Absolutely.
Oh, great stuff. All right, and again, I can't thank you enough for coming in on Firehouse Fridays and actually having all these great things going on and supporting the Connecticut Burn Center all the time.
Yep.
All right, now let's, if you do want to catch the recipe, by the way, you can also go to WTNH.com and you can click on. I always want to remind that because if you didn't, sometimes I'm talking while you're doing some of the different recipe things. So anything you want to know about the recipe, you can go to WTNH.com, click on Connecticut Style. All right, now I actually understand I'm going to get to taste some of this now, and we're having some of the later on, after the show's over, we have the whole crew up. But right now, how about something that I can sink my teeth into?
Sure, we have some right in the oven. Already made, magic.
All right, now what do you do? Now, after you put all this together, Chef, and then you put it all in the oven, how long does it go into the oven for? How long does it have to cook?
I would cook it in the pan for a good half hour, keep turning it.
Okay.
And then send it in the oven for another 45 minutes.
So you do all this
on
for about a half an
320.
hour in the pan, and how long in there?
Around 45 minutes.
And what's the temperature in the oven?
Usually 325.
325 for about 45 minutes.
But if we do get a call, it goes down to 200.
All right.
And warm.
All right, let's take a look at let's bring up the full screen here, what we've got going on with our folks there. Firehouse Fridays is just a great thing. We're so happy to be part of it here at Connecticut Style, but we're trying to do it throughout all the time. You never know when a Firehouse Friday is coming to come up, and it's all to benefit the Connecticut Burn Center at Bridgeport Hospital. If you'd like more information, please go to the ConnecticutBurnCenter.WTNH.com, and you can find out more about it. It's great to support these guys. All right. Okay, I'm going to go over and just grab a quick bite. Can I do this with my fingers? Is it okay?
Sure.
All right.
It might be warm. Be careful.
All right, good. Oh, fantastic. Nobody does it like the fireman. Coming up.